Our next Fireside chat is going to cover two of our themes, space and metaverse. So I want to welcome to the stage Dr. Nikos and Jorge.
First, good afternoon. My name is Jorge Sebastiao. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. I know it's been a very long day so far, so we will try to make it as interesting so that you stay for us until tonight's big gala event. It's a pleasure to be here today with Dr. Nikos Bogonikolos, which is a good friend from Thessaloniki. Dr. Nikos, we have had the chance over the last 4 or 5 years to work together several times. And as you know, Greece has been the cradle of a lot of innovation in many areas. And to stay within the theme of the conference, there's several elements that I think are extremely important. One is space, so we'll be talking briefly about space. Another one is metaverse, and the third one is blockchain. So without any further ado, I would like to get maybe Dr. Nikos to introduce briefly himself, and then we cover those 3 topics one by one.
Thank you, George, for the introduction. My name is Nikos Bogonikolos. I am from Greece and I work like a serial inventor many years from all interesting revolutions, include internet and blockchain last period. But also I am involved in the space sector, and maybe in this period space is something sexy for all the society, all the countries, and of course see the improvement. But also metaverse, blockchain and metaverse is the new thing. And maybe the question for today is if we can mix and to see what will be for the future for metaverse on the space, or the difference for space communication or space Earth observation using blockchain technology for transparency, safety, and fast and low-cost communication.
So as you can see, it's not about technology. It's really about use cases and implementation of technology for a very specific objective. How many people here had a chance to visit Greece in the next little while? It's an amazing paradise. How many people here have been to Mykonos, for example? But would you like to see Mykonos and the metaverse? This is one of the projects of Dr. Nikos, so maybe let us tell a bit about it.
It is interesting, your question, because the Mykonos is a very small island, but it's a more international island. All people know the Mykonos by night and the famous club, also one is on Dubai, Namos and Scorpio and etc. And it is interesting that the guys in this small island thinking about the future. For this reason, they like to create the Mykonos NFT and to transfer in metaverse, like in virtual reality, the 3 famous clubs, the Remeggio and Namos and Scorpio. It's very interesting that maybe take the case of Mykonos is we're starting to think how change our life. Maybe can be in like an avatar and to take a table, to take a drink, to meet other people. And of course, why not to communicate with technologies like Starlink with Satcom, and to have this metaverse from any place, and why not from the moon?
As you know, Starlink, also the inventor of Tesla and also the creator of PayPal, was supposed to be with us. And with Starlink, one of the things he created is a multi-dimensional satellite constellation that allows communication anywhere on the planet with low latency and high speed. The thing that most people don't know is that this technology was actually created and invented in Greece.
Yes, but it is something very serious. I see the process also in Emirates for space. How interesting, strong interest to do for space missions, also for Earth observation with their satellites, with communication. But there is still a question about the security of communication, the security of data, the security of images, also especially because all these applications are dual use. It's also for civil application, for the society, but also for security and defense. And the idea, we can see that we are very near, that why not soon to have blockchain nodes as embedded in satellites, and to use blockchain technology to secure any transaction, to secure who received the information, who received the data, who received the satellite image. We can imagine it with Google Maps. With Google Maps, it's something that it's open. Before us, it is there is a Google. Say, okay, about open source and open environment. It is good, but security is very critical because we know that there are a lot of threats, and blockchain, it is in a period without standards, without regulation. We work and we create, like you, the new economy, the new system. And for this reason, also for any space application, include telecom, include observation, it is necessary to think the advantage of blockchain to implement it.
As we know, blockchain is a technology that brought trust to the internet. It is also bringing trust to the metaverse. And by bringing trust, it allows us to perform a whole new series of transactions. And when we talk about trust, that means we're able to transfer value between individuals, organizations, or between organizations themselves. What we're really doing here is building a whole new business model that helps us accelerate society. So maybe, Dr. Nikos, what do you see as some of those new business models that we're putting together?
Very, very interesting question, because there is a little confusion between the story of Bitcoin and the crypto, like coins, and the blockchain as an accelerator, a catalyst of the new economy. Because blockchain, it is part of the process with the revolution of big data, of Industry 4.0. We have a lot of data from sensors, from internet, and blockchain maybe can give the opportunity and create a new economy, because until now data is a new, like food, like water, but it is something that stay and increase the number of data. But who can put taxes on data? Who can manage the transactions with data? But with blockchain, we can have like unique ID for any data, for any byte. Then you can have a new economy, because we will create a new asset for the society, for all the world, an intangible society, an intangible asset that can be global and can be multiple than other assets that already we know.
Actually, this brings a very interesting point that I think is very key to the audience that is with us today. It's not about the usage of one technology, blockchain, metaverse, or AI, artificial intelligence, but it's rather how we combine these technologies together to actually bring additional value and additional trust. So let's take the example of smart cities. Dubai is a smart city. However, Dubai produces lots of data. We have sensors. We have to be able to trust the information that is being generated by these sensors. The data is then processed by AI by driving what we call trained models. But how you know the AI should also be trusted? So what we can do here is also combine both blockchain with the sensors, but also blockchain with the AI technology. And this enables a whole new business models as well.
Yes, and before close our discussion, because also the audience is tired, but for a lot of discussion, but I want to emphasize that in this short discussion, we put in different aspects. It is a non-linear approach. I mean that it is in the nature, we have a complexity around us, and we have to survive in this complex world with complexity of information, of events, and for this reason it is necessary artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence is simply the human brain operation transferred to a machine, can be very important because can do our life more simple. Like I remember in Expo 2020 that how promote Emirates the desert and the simplicity of desert, and I believe that artificial intelligence can do more simply our life.
Okay. This summit is really about innovation. It's about how we take the ideas that you learn here and how you implement them in your businesses, in your daily life, and introduce new innovation and new business models. So I invite you to take the things that you learn here and you bring them with you to task and to change the way you have implemented. What are some nuggets that you'd like to leave our audience here to take with them home today?
Simply to think that the future is already done, and to have in your mind that it is exactly the similar like in the revolution. I remember when introduced internet in '93, many people, many businessmen tell me it is game for childs. No anyone believe in the revolution of internet. Now internet is part of our life. The same with blockchain. I am sure that in 3 years, worldwide, all people understand what is a serious revolution.
So take these ideas that were brought to us by Dr. Nikos today, by our previous presenters, and I thank you very much for the stamina of staying with us the entire day. And I invite the next speakers, and thank you very much for the opportunity to be here today. Thank you.